met Kevin Parker. I was at wrestling camp here at Princeton. I think he was in fourth or fifth grade. And he was pretty much here every year since then. So we've been building a relationship for a long time. I feel like I've known him since he was, so small, and to see him starting on our team, it's pretty incredible.
Princeton and Princeton wrestling specifically have been a part of my life before I consciously knew they were. You have this, you have environments when you grow up that really shape who you are as a person. And it wasn't something where I always thought about it, maybe just like expected it going to Princeton in the future.
Greg Parker, the first time I coached against him, he was wrestling Brad Dillon, and I watched him wrestle, and he rolled around everywhere. It was this wild animal. I was like, and Brad Dillon was eventually an All-American. I said, Brad, you're gonna kill this kid from Princeton. And sure enough, we didn't kill him. He killed us, and it was a crazy match, and that's right when Funk was coming out. So that was kind of my first experience with the Parker family.
Having my brother as a very successful wrestler and a very successful individual in his life is always something to shoot for, because you're always a little competitive inside, but it's never more than like kind of a camaraderie thing. I'm never, I'm not measuring myself up to him in terms of success, because we, have very different strengths and weaknesses.
174 pounds, you're looking at Greg Parker in the orange singlet. The wrestler from Princeton grew up just up the road, but he is at the disadvantage. In the first period, he hurt one of the ribs high to the right side of his rib cage. Therefore, Greg Jones from West Virginia has the advantage. He's in the blue singlet, up by 2 points.
It's been for me, I think, more of a motivator than anything, and it's never, it's never a source of contention really. It's just like cool to have somebody who's been there, who can kind of help open doors for me. And so it's been really, really amazing, but never something where I feel judged. It's shoes to fill, but it's somebody who's walked the path and given me a little bit of a little bit of help and direction.
These kids have wrestled at the highest level through their whole lives. Kevin had done well nationally at some of the toughest high school tournaments in the world. So it's sort of like a new age division, new style. So I think he just realized he belonged. He got a lot of composure and coming into this season. I think that's what's really had him. He's the same physically, technically. There's little tweaks. He's a little bit bigger, but man, mentally is where he's really grown a lot this year.
I'm usually used to, growing up and being like, who's that? Oh, that's like Greg Parker's little brother. And so he'd come to the room and be like, who's that guy? Like, oh, well, that's Kevin Parker's older brother, and so it was cool over time, Everybody has their era and their set of circumstances, and so it's just trying to do the best you can with those. And he's been a huge help over my career.
It all feels new to me with Kevin. I don't ever think, it's almost like I don't make that connection until I make the connection, but I really think Kevin feels he's carving out his own path. I don't think, that picture's on the wall, I don't think that overshadows him, or he feels like he has to meet, the Parker family taking second. I think he's just trying to do his thing with Princeton wrestling.
I think that our team has an amazing environment, and so like people are getting really good wins at very critical times. It's tough to get everybody to win the tough matches at once, but everybody's had a key win, I think, at some point in the season, and that's what a great team does to try to find its way to the top.